Shalom, shalom. The Israelites come in week in and week out, bring forth the prophecy, the judgments of the nation. America, as known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great. So today we're going to go in on Babylon the Great. So first we're going to get started, we're going to turn to the east. Give praise and honor to the Most High.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Gosh.
Double honors are given unto the apostle elders of Great Millstone, men who have labored and suffered in the truth for over 30 plus years, making their lives and their bodies a living sacrifice. I also like to send a shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, a speckled bird, made up of women and children, scattered throughout the four winds. Also send a shalom to the various GMS camps, heads and elders. Last but not least, shalom to you occupants that are out on the highways and to walk in one spirit, one body, to have a shot. Shalom. We're going to jump right into it. Subject matter today is with the Queen, America, who has the baby. You know, who lies in the seat. They make laws. They make laws, and then renege on them laws. You know, it's just a full blown hypocrite. And I'm gonna get the.
This is the book of Revelation, 11th chapter, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. What dead bodies? Israel, spiritually dead. The great city, this northern country, the north country, spiritual Sodom and Egypt as it reads on, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, was crucified. Was he crucified here physically? No. But during the Renaissance period, he was etched out, whitewashed, erased, and replaced with that pale, passive, buttermilk complected cracker Christ. So-called. That's what they call him here. We know his real evil name is Yahushua. They grab the
spirit of Yahweh Yahushua.
Proverbs 21 and 16. Proverbs 21 and 16, it reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. See, because man's going to a Lord, putting out after man understands his own way. Acknowledging your power. I'm talking to the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you're not acknowledging your power, it tells us in Proverbs 3rd chapter, acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. If you're not doing that, you will be that dead body in the great city. You will be in the congregation of the dead. Calling upon these false images, false gods, worshiping these false images. Idols.
This is the 13th Amendment. It says, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crimes whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to this jurisdiction.
Now, in 1865, I believe, Abe Lincoln was supposed to have signed a proclamation of emancipation, which we understand that emancipation just means to move you over from private ownership to corporate ownership. You understand? And this is why this man is making mischief out of his law. Going to that. Psalms 9 and 94 and 20.
And if I may add too, that's why a lot of those jakes in the South is cleared up north.
In the book of Psalms 94 20. It reads, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
And this is like the scripture says. It said the throne of iniquity have fellowship with the no. See that right there cut all that old God loves everyone. Everyone is going to be there in the kingdom. Of course, everyone's going to be there in the kingdom, but there's going to be a hierarchy in the kingdom. There's going to be slaves and whatnot. In this kingdom, we are the slaves. People on the sign right here, you're the slave. Whether you believe that or not, whether that comes to you, you can accept that or not. That's just the fact of the matter. So we just read in the 13th Amendment, you know, slavery was abolished only if you wasn't in prison. But if you was in prison, then guess what? It was reenacted. You know, so this man framed mischief into law. It's a lying, sneaking, low-down devil.
One of the ways you can tell that you're a slavery and tribute taxes to another nation. You know, this is Luke 2:1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. They were at the time of the Roman Empire. And I know the Roman Republic, the Roman Empire was Caesar Augustus, which was, I believe, the stepson of Julius Caesar. You know, either stepson or nephew or something like that nature. I believe the stepson. He was ruler. It said that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made, this Serenus was governor of Syria, and all went to be taxed, everyone in his own city. And just showing like, hey, when another nation is ruling, they send out decrees to tax you, man. They want portion, they want tribute, man, you know, to their rulership, man, to their power. And that's what we're gonna have in the kingdom, man. Hey, these nations, the scripture tells us that these nations gonna bring us their gold, the fine herbs, the fine incense, frankincense, and woods, and women, and all these different things, man. They're gonna bring us their riches, man. You know, that's a form of them being enslaved. That shows that they are going to be in slavery, man. We're gonna tax the shit out of them, man. And we're gonna tax them usually, man, because they are not of our nation, man. You know. You see Jake, boy, you can tell he with the dreads and the little fade, wearing the fade, he done. He heard something that he didn't like.
This got the precept talking about this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
When this man sit down and write those laws, he already has an exit plan for himself. These laws are set up for the people who are enslaved, not for them. You know, and it shows in their judicial system. You know,
You go into that word prescribe before and scribe, write it down. So they write these laws way ahead before they pass them. And then they set up events so they can put it out there. Like if whatever happened caused them to write that law. They already wrote it down because they want it to be in place. So they make something happen.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness.
Heaviness, burdens, problems, harmful things, man. Fucking everything that's prescribed in this, going to the brother to say, everything that's prescribed in this place is for your destruction, man. You know, you can go into a goddamn medicine, you can go into the laws that they pass. You know, the fashionable world, the entertainment, all these different things, man, are for your downfall, for your destruction. Keep you away from your power, keep you separated. This is what they prescribe. Yeah. Destruction, man. You got it.
It says, which they have prescribed. Look, it goes into it. What y'all saying? Verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
Right.
That windows may be their prey. Oh, Salaki, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Right. And then once got the children, the widow, like, we gonna lock these niggas up. Then we gonna goddamn prey on the women. These simple ass, but you know, we gonna get them caught up in our system. You know, and get all the information, I know all their fucking business, all about the kids, all these different things. People have to come to us, you know, to get some benefits. You know, destruction, man. Hey, Esau did a diligent search, man, on how to destroy you Israelites, man. You know, first cut us off from our power, man. You know, take away the right of the needy, man. What's that? They cutting us off from our power, taking away the name, beating out our language, beating out who we are, giving us goddamn African American, colored niggas, Afro American, all this old bullshit, man. Spits, wetbacks, injuries, you know.
This is the book of Psalm 83. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Who are the hidden ones? Well, after they beat out our heritage, destroyed us, we became hidden. We didn't know who we were. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. By Israel for hundreds of years. Israel until around 1969, 1970. You know, when Apostle Elder Abu Business came on the scene. You know, start bringing his troops out. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are all together against thee. They are all together against the nation of Israel, so-called black Latino Native Americans. Point blank, period. And even to this day, the large multitude of Israel still know not who they are. Still going into these church houses and not being read the scriptures properly, having no understanding of it, still eating pork and celebrating these pagan foreign holidays that have nothing to do with the scriptures. It tells us in Jeremiah the 10th chapter, learn not the way of the heathen. But the information purposes, we can know these things, right? But we don't apply it, right?
This just, and this going into what the brother brought out earlier, you know, what's a form of, you know, slavery is what paying tribute. You know,
If I may add to what the brother made, the piece that the brother brought out. Hey man, hey, they in one consent to keep your ass away from your power. Regardless of what's going on with Russia, China, Iran, all that, they like it with a conflict, which that's all staged and set up through the spirit. But I guarantee you, when they had them UN meetings, them secret councils and shit, your ass is still the topic. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they agree on that. We're gonna keep these niggas dumbed down. We're gonna continue to poison these niggas. We're gonna continue to goddamn give these niggas entertainment. You know, we're gonna keep them away from their power. They don't want consent with that because they know when we come into our power, we just speak on this last night. When we come back to our power, it's a wrap for them, man. We start calling back on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, walking in the stead of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Hey, it's over with for them, man. Their rulership is done, man. They talking about China gonna be the next superpower, Russia gonna be the next superpower. No, Israel, the kingdom of Yahshua, the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna have the next dominion, man, over the whole universe, man. Ain't no goddamn backup plan, plan B, CA, plan C, D, or whatever for these fucking nations, man. It's over with. It's a wrap, man. That's why they putting that foot forward like they about to balance out the internet. No, man, they about to goddamn shut down the internet, man. They about to shut down and they talking about they gonna have less equal free speech and all that, less bans on, you know, what's being said. Man, they about to shut this motherfucker down. You know, because they scared, man. They scared, man. The scripture say, hey, the righteous man should stand up boldly, man. They see that, man. You know, you got it.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. And so, you know, hey, that in retrospect, the Lord gonna put that on them. this is coming to them because all this lying and being deceitful, going back to the 13th Amendment, you know what I'm saying? They don't sit down and prescribe. Them wrote beforehand, before a certain situation came about, because guess what? They orchestrated to that situation to come out so they could bring out that law that they done already prescribed. You understand? This is how these people do. They're not doing nothing on the fly. They don't operate like that. These people are cold and calculated. Like I said, Esau has done a diligent search, so he knows what buttons to push, what buttons not to push to make you react.
This Exodus 21 and 16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Hey, and are we not this day still in the hands of these people by way of what? What they call it, a decent contract? Look that up. A decent contract, birth certificate, social security cards, mortgage loans, property tax, and the list goes on and on. Lawsuits, all kind of buffoonery. It's like the brother just brought out on Psalms 94 and 20. He framed mischief into law. And this is how he keeps you in trap, by letting you go to subway and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? When you feel like you want to get off the couch and go and do so, you feel as though you're free. But that's to the contrary, you're not free. Because you still have to have what they call passports to leave this country. And which that get to the point now where you're going to have passports to go to city to city or state to state. That's coming down the pipe very soon. Very soon.
This is Revelation, the 13th chapter, and 10. So, if a man gets caught in the hands of another man and stealing, he should be put to death. What's the paraphrasing that? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Were we in captivity? Are we still in captivity? In many ways. We're not walking around with yokes on our necks, but we are in chains of darkness because they hide behind policy and procedure and those unrighteous decrees that keep us under control. And regardless of what's going on in the world, just like the brother said, the number one priority is to keep us dumbed down and stuck on stupid. That's the main thing. While they orchestrate everything around us. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Saints, the hidden ones, the Israelites, the dead bodies in the streets.
That's beautiful.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and 16. And moreover, okay, here. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. And the Most High requireth that which is past.
That's a straight goddamn samurai cut to that. The Lord loves everyone. But we need to forget about it. Yeah, just be that alone. Just be that beat. But they ain't never forgot about 9/11. They ain't never forget. To this day, they still print hats and t-shirts and whatnot. Never forget. Hiroshima, never forget. But now, back in the brother right here.
This Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the faces, nor slaughter the face of the world with cities.
If he's saying this, the Lord saying this. Lord saying this. Somebody got to pay. Somebody got to pay. Lord, you about to start one more time.
This Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Who children?
For the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Hey, who possesses this land? Who possesses the land? Who possesses the land? Who built all these cities? You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Israelites did, but by whose authority? Their authority. Huh? And who gets to live off the wealth and all the stealing and the killing and get the what's the word I'm looking for? They get to live off the proceeds of their forefathers. The Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahushua say, look here, he's preparing slaughter for the iniquities of their children. So that their children don't rise up. They don't be constantly passing on inheritance to their children. Generation of wealth. Land.
Those are real rich.
Real good.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even to the sore destruction. The word of the Lord Yahweh that came to Micah, the Morosite, in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Ezekiel. Hear, all ye people, hearken, O earth, and all that therein is, and let the Lord Yahweh power be witness against you. The Lord Yahweh from his holy temple.
Just going back into
Micah 2:1.
Micah 2:1. Right.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Give it to them. The Lord. Rise up, want to take it down the road. Lord did this.
Yeah, we should be in Micah 2:1.
It's Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
And that even covers Psalms 83, where he said we're going to cut them off from being on the You understand? That goes into that. So hide them, and they become you. They become you. You know, pretend to be the people of the book. You know, these are the same people that stole a man and still had a man in their possession. You know, real quick, real quick. This is John 10:10, and it reads. It says that the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. That's our Lord and Savior, Yahushua. But what he say about a thief? He come but to steal and to kill and destroy. And what this man doing? He's still doing that right now to today. A few days ago, he's like spraying the skies. And guess what? It rained on us, last night. And it didn't rain no good rain. You can't even catch the rain and drink it like talking about back in the day. Chemtrails. Destroying the planet.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a city with blood, and established a city by iniquity. Destruction to Esau, man, because guess what, man? How he built his whole damn system, man? Through blood, man. Through the bloodshed of who? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
This number 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Reparation. You can't give nobody a check. That's unacceptable to the Lord. You're going to give up what you need. You understand? That's what you sown in the world. That's what you're going to reap.
Hey, what you said earlier, He said shit, but they want us to forget about that. Yeah, but the Lord requires that. The Lord requires that. The Lord requires that blood. So why the hell we gonna forget about that? That don't even make sense. That's like saying somebody just beat the shit out of one of your sons, fucked him up real bad, and now he deformed and shit. So you just forget about it. No, man, you gonna require that with you gonna go see about that. And the Lord gonna come see about this, man.
That's right. That's most important. The Lord will see about this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and 8. Injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. Everything that he saw, everywhere he went, he destroyed, lied, robbed, raped, infected, injected. Now look what he did in the secular history with the Tuskegee pilots. Lied to him, said, we're going to take care of your family, and give you these medical benefits. And he was testing syphilis on them. He was testing it on them. Using James.
Also, with the Northern Kingdom, that's what he was doing, giving them kerosene baths, saying that they had ice, all other kind of foolishness. You understand?
Giving them infected blankets.
Infected blankets.
And then trailer kids.
Right.
That was that basically was like a biological warfare.
1,200 miles.
Yup.
From goddamn like Virginia all the way goddamn west. You know, man, 1,200 miles, man, baffling chain.
And a lot of them
Cold
died
shit.
on the way.
A lot of them
died on the way. Yep.
Smallpox.
And the blankets. Bio warfare.
And Gag used to call it the white man's magic. Meaning his diseases. Gag called it the white man's magic. They got a show called The Sun. It's on Hulu, and it's with Gag was had shit going on over here. Before Esau came in, oil and land kill them off and shit like they take the oil and the land from and the resource. It shows the part where Gad had took in they killed this Edomite village, and they kept one of the boys. And he was a slave, and then they grown life into him. And one of the chief, he took him as a son. And it goes to scenes where it tell you don't take no blankets from the white man. Because he has his magic on him, meaning disease and shit. And they went to a village, and the little boy, the Edomite boy, actually seen what the chief was talking about, because you had a lot of Gad face full of bumps and pus out in the fucking blanket, wrapping the blankets outside and shit. They call it the white man's magic.
And magic goes with what? Witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
They had the white man's witchcraft on it. It gets into his bio warfare. Yeah.
I mean, and when you look at something as simple as the food they put out there. Look at the cereal Lucky Charms. It's magically delicious. It ain't nothing but garbage, man.
Fucking cereal got paint in it and shit all on it. All type of shit for kids.
Something like most of the processed food that the United States sell, that shit banned in other countries.
Yup.
That shit banned in other countries. Shit canceled. Like what it is, the red 40, the yellow 5, and the blue 12 or something like that. That shit, what it is, I think Europe just started letting that shit go on. All that shit used to be banned.
I heard one of the brothers talking on a lesson. He said that there's an owner of a chain of McDonald's that he won't let his children eat there. He owns a chain of them, making big.
Yeah.
But he won't let his kids eat there.
The movie Hancock, back in Glenn back off the mother movie Hancock. So even in the movies they put it in there when Will Smith, when the beginning of the movie, when he stopped that train, said, motherfucker, he say down, before they talking shit to McDonald's, really fucked you up. Why out of all fast food restaurants, he pulled McDonald's.
Right.
McDonald's really fucked you up.
Right. Speaking of that, over there across seas, they know that the shit over here is fucked up. Like he was getting on in Europe, I'm gonna say Europe,
I believe Russia. They were saying that Putin made them sell 100% beef at their McDonald's. Like, so they got a legit 100% beef here, and he really had to do that because guess what? It's not 100% beef. It's poison over here. They spray it with chemicals to the point where
It's called formaldehyde.
formaldehyde. You motherfucking come back to put a burger in the it won't break down. It won't really even mold. You put some fries in there for a year, but you can look it up on YouTube. The fries will look they look like you put it in there for one day and we're coming back to them. Now that's what you eat and it fuck you up.
Stomach cancer, stomach ulcers, and shit like that.
This Ezekiel 35, and I'm gonna start at the top. We'll start at 2. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus says the Lord Yahweh Shall thy power. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, ongoing, everlasting, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel." Lord ain't say the blood of the children of Ammon, Japheth, Ham, Ishmael, Israel, man. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword," his blessing, "in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord Yahweh Shall thy power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." I gotta put another picture real quick about this. It's Ezekiel 25 in verse 12. It says, "Thus says the Lord, power, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus says the Lord, power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make desolate from Teman, and they of Edom shall fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hands of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, says Yahweh Shall thy power, man." So the Lord let you know right there, man, when the Lord give us that green light, he gonna put his anger, his spirit in us, man. Because, hey, that's how you know, man, that spiritual power, that rage, man, we talk about blacking out, we get into certain shit, we done been in certain shit or whatever. Man, the Lord gonna have you on a whole nother fucking level, man. A whole nother level of just destruction, killing these motherfuckers, slaughtering the wicked, man. He said he gonna put his anger and his fury in you, man. Your anger don't mount up to shit, man. The shit we feel, it ain't nothing compared to the Lord marinating on over 2,000 plus years of these motherfuckers, what they did to me, doing to my people, what they still doing, man. Our anger for shit 25 years, 30 years, 50, what the fuck ever don't have nothing compared to 2 days, man.
We was talking about it last night, about our mind is not the Most High's mind. So our anger is not his anger.
Right. We about to see. No, go ahead. You got it.
You got Jake nowadays, they say for that dominating about the school. They can't see themselves doing the will of the Lord. They can't see themselves got to get out here and grab that Edomite baby with bad they down like they did our children.
And you see that shit, especially with the fucking black woman. I be noticing that shit a lot. Fucking Edomite, a Jake child can walk past. Last motherfucker away from on that type of vibration.
Right.
But let a fucking Edomite child walk past. Oh, hey, how you? You so cute.
Good
Hey,
hair.
fucking, you motherfuckers deserve death. The Lord's gonna allow us to put hands on you motherfuckers as well.
That's right.
Right. 2/3 you niggas ain't exempt either. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts,
Tell him.
neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's why he said he gonna put his anger in us. It's not going to be according to our measure of anger. He got something for their ass.
And if I can say real quick, you're all gonna have to do that. That's all. Read that one more time, Robert Shaw, real quick.
It's Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
And why the Lord say that? You know, hey, one good example, like the brother just said, you walk a Jake child can walk past, you act like he got big slop on him. But an Edomite child walk, you want to pick him up and hold him and this, that, and the third, you know. And secondly, guess what? If one of these people of another nation kill or murder your children, guess what you do? You're quick to forgive them. So the Lord don't have to put his spirit on you. But they ain't even found the murderer yet. And guess what? I forgive.
Right. Yeah.
The Lord don't have to put his spirit, his vengeance on you.
Man, back in a little quick. How people so quick to fucking forget this fucking devil, but they gonna forget it on the fucking time. You won't forget Jake bump you and step on your fucking shoes and say, my bad, you ready to take him out. But let Esau do some shit to you. Esau been raping your ass since you came out your mama goddamn box. And you forgive him daily. You don't have no problem with him, but you can take that anger out on your fucking mother or the motherfucker that look like you. You know? Fucking these women. They forget the fucking the white man kill their fucking kids. They forget him. But they husband go and get another woman or deal with another woman. Shit, they kick him to the fucking curb and have all types of hatred. Like, what fucking sense that makes?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, in verse 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
Keep going on that though.
Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
That's gonna happen again, right here. Wait till these folks start shutting down these food chains right now. When they go to big box, what they call those stores that have all the bulk stuff. Yeah, they moving to that right now. Wait till a Jake go hungry for 2 weeks. You're gonna turn to a Jake first and foremost. Look at him like he's a damn hot dog, like them cartoons. You understand? But going back to the point of what the brother just said, you know, hey, that gives us people understanding of why we act the way we act. We accept that. We accept what you're saying. You know, that's why Jake went around and ain't got no love for one another, but got love for your enemy.
These latter days, if you wrapped up with these other nations, you're not going to be able to go hard for your people. You're going to have to make a choice. You're going to be wrapped up with these other nations, and they're going to be coming to take, you know, your family, their family. What you going to do? What side you going to pick then? No hand join in hand with the wicked. What? The unrighteous shall not go unpunished. Right? Let me get this precept here. This is Psalms 145 and 17. The Lord Yahweh is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works. So don't be around here quick to say that there is no God. How could God do this? This is not going to happen because God won't let it. Everything God has said, Most High Yahweh will not go to naught. He is bringing this implementation of the Quran. That is prophecy. The only way the kingdom of heaven can be established here on earth is if this wicked kingdom goes down.
This is Amos 15:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. Going off of what the brother said.
What it is for you. And a lot of you Christians, you know, I'm blessed in Lord. I'm blessed in Lord, JC. I'm blessed. It's that, and the third. Hey, when the Lord come back here, you're gonna find out quick, fast, and early that you've been on the wrong team all this time. Mama, right now, you've been on the wrong team. The Lord been out here speaking through his servant, trying to get you to cross over, get on the right team. Don't you say right, get on the right hand, get off that left hand.
This straight to the point. This second Ezra 9 and 7. You know what the war to you that desire there alone. Precept back there. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said peril and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have broke my laws while they had yet liberty, and when as yet the place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know what kind of death God paid, man. So on to you. If the Lord say those that's going to be saved is going to be saved by their faith and their works and their faith where they believe. But you fucking pastors and you false prophets and you so-called Christians, I can't wait for you to return. First off, that ain't his name. Second off, goddamn, you got a cigarette in your mouth or you just put the motherfucker out. You talking about you can't wait for the Lord to return. The Lord say he coming back with a fire already killed. He going to intensify it. He going to increase it. He ain't coming back to goddamn the whole your fucking head pity you and all that old shit. Coming back to destroy the fucking wicked, man. He say he gonna separate the sheep from the fucking goats, man. If you ain't been doing this work, having faith in our body to the best of your ability, man, the Lord gonna get your ass up out of here. There ain't gonna be no none of that shit, man. The Lord say he's not pacified towards us, man. He's not here to fucking soothe us, man.
Set forth from the beginning. So how you gonna be saved from something you know you're saved? That's the thing when it comes to you so-called Christians. You already know you're saved.
Saved means that motherfuckers always talking about I'm saved by the saved means to be fucking rescued.
Right.
From what?
Delivered.
From your enemies.
We still right here.
Still right here. And you can't ask a damn Christian right now that Christian sanity through their enemy.
I don't know. If you ask them that, they won't know shit. I love everybody.
So you know, that's just bad because I'm saved.
Fucking insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. Unstable mind, unsound mind.
Right.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, starting in verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory of such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. This is if you're taking heed to the words of the Heavenly Father, coming back to your power, and serving it to the best of your ability, not in lines of curses and captivity. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. It tells us also that the kingdom of heaven is prepared for his watch, right? As we're coming back and pray. A city is builded and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. This is if you hearken unto the laws, statutes, and commandments, and the faith and the fears of every Father coming out of this system. Sorrows are past, and in the end is shewn the treasure of immortality. And therefore, ask thou no more questions. concerning the multitude of them that perish.
Don't
worry about that. We want the righteous
shall be saved.
For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous. Trodden down the righteous in himself and the men that were speaking righteous.
You have liberty right now. You have this so-called freedom right now to come to grace. You're in that grace. You're in that grace right now. You have this. The Heavenly Father, your house, by Shem Yahushua, is giving you grace right now. He's pouring it out, giving it to you.
They still twist their head up, add a little dreadlocks and shit. Oh yeah, they definitely twisting that up. But that is brother quoted in Jeremiah 10, chapter 10. Yeah. Shit, don't go in the ways of heathen, man. That's heathen customs, man. And our people can't understand this. Take that shit off your head, man.
Brother
Come on,
Winnie.
man, that shit is. They call it dreads for a reason, man. Because it's a fucking dread. It's dread for a fucking.
Getting on what you saying, landbacking off of you, is they were called Shiva Jatas, which give reverence and respect and worship to Shiva. And also that smoking weed, that whole thing is giving reverence and respect and worship to Shiva. Even when you look at the videos, when you get deep into it, each one, how many you have, all of that shit, that's another custom of another nation. It's backing you up.
This Acts 22:16. And now why tarriest thou? Arise and be baptized and wash away thy sins, calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
How in the name? And guess what? I didn't watch what you see. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Take heed to this. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating what shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stop calling on Jesus Christ.
Not just getting dunked under some damn water and coming back up. You still a motherfucking crackhead.
Right.
You still gonna go. You still gonna go smoke some crack somewhere. But now all of a sudden, just because a pastor put his dirty ass hands on you and dunked you on some water, now all of a sudden you saved. You saved by the blood of Jesus Christ.
That's the importance. What?
Besides, they think because they got dunked in some water, they're clean now, they're baptized. And you got all these alphabet people around here. Just because a man gets his pecker cut off doesn't make him a woman. He is a man with his pecker cut off.
That's it.
Real quick, that baptism is about spiritual. You got to put off this. You got to put off that old man. Put on that new. And when you do that, guess what? You start forgetting the damn word. You start forgetting. Man, what they had? They just had
Shit, we were talking about it earlier. Shit, they feel like a fucking Sunday.
You start forgetting time. You know what I'm saying?
You wake up on Thursday, you think it's Friday.
You know what I'm saying? You get disconnected.
You trying to hurry up, get up to work and shit.
Right.
You just confused. You like, oh shit, I'm late. You know, you like, you gotta go to work. Man. I'm tripping.
You got motherfuckers in the world just add to the point. And I wanted to make a quick point real quick while I brought that piece up. You got motherfuckers in the world because they remember you be forgetting your own birthday. Your day of your birthday.
Yep.
That's when you take.
Yep.
I know it's November or whatever month, but damn, I ain't know.
Or Eve
about that shit.
Or Eve tell you. She be like, you know you turned 32 today. You turned 33 yesterday, you know that, right? You like, oh shit, I did. Yeah, no.
One point here, Eve. Now, this, the truth. And Eve, just a few days ago, I forgot her birthday.
See?
I forgot.
Now hell's putting on you.
She tried to bring me in. She said, well, I know your birthday. I've always known your birthday. And I sat back, but I let her go off. And I said, she locked up, but she was like,
Hey.
yeah. Bro, if I would have tried to match that damn energy right there, that anger she had, that emotion, we would have had argument going on.
Cause hey, that's a fool's argument to be real with you, talking about birthdays and
My favorite thing. You forgot my view. You know my favorite
well,
brother.
anniversary. Hey, that's what the world
They
do.
listen to too much Tony. It's
All right,
my
anniversary.
Right. You got to appreciate bagging that what he just.
Okay.
Real quick, let me make a point real quick about Bashar. And the reason I brought up that piece would say why thou tarry is because what you were saying about, you know, hey, the grace, the doors of repentance open up. Why thou tarry?
What you wait for?
It's just back to that baptism. How this word is just water, man. This is John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures had said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So this is the water right here that's going to wash away everything from that and really clean. Ephesians 5:26.
He say, believe on me as according to the word. According to what? To the word, to the scripture, what the scriptures say.
And be baptized in the name of the Lord, the true, not Jesus Christ.
Outer man perishes every day.
Hey, this is real precise. You read something, someone to correct you if you're going off. Say this, that's what's going on right here now. Hebrews 11, 5 and 11. You seek to be taught again. You got to be taught this again. Because you're not doing according to what the word is written about Yahushua, who you ignorant to call Jesus Christ.
Just to back what you're saying real quick, hey, Yahushua said you got to come back as that child, man.
That's right.
As a child, he's something that he's still learning. So all that shit that we was taught in while we was in the world, that shit got to go away, man.
Right.
You got to become that empty canvas,
right,
and let the Lord paint that picture again, man.
That's right.
Renew the spirit of your mind.
Get that precept.
You got it.
This Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. There you go, man.
That's that baptism.
So basically, these scriptures, this truth, is everything we forgot and nothing we remember. See, because we forgot it because it was beaten out. We don't remember it for the same reason. We have to be learned this again.
Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12, and it reads, "For when the time ye ought to be teachers, be ye that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the power of outside, and come such as strong meat." So you got to be taught this again, because everybody know, even the two guys know that you got a slave Bible. They say the white man Bible. And so you say all these different things here. You know that but the Bible still exists. They're trying to ban the Bible.
Right.
You follow?
Back you up and you break it down. Get Jeremiah 3 and 15, just to prove that you have to be taught this, and the Lord sent something else to teach you through the Spirit.
Jeremiah 3 and 2.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "And yet, for all this, her treacherous sister Judah,"
Jeremiah
3 and 15. Okay, it's like this Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
The Lord said He'll give you pastors according to His own mind. What it says, Amos 3 and 7. And listen, He gives what? His secrets unto what? His servants, the prophets. Servants, the prophets. When you go into not John, but Revelation 1 and 1, it says that the angel come to show on the thing to Paul, not Paul, but John, which was a servant. Are not the apostle elders, the great millstone, and the men that labor on the work that they've done? Oh God, brother, such myself, are we all willing? Are we not the servants? Are we not those pastors? Those pastors according to the Most High will, according to His mind? I would say so. 144%.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, verse 9. "Miss not the discourse of the elders, For they also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding and to give answer as need required. Hey, so hey, you gotta be taught by a man in this thing. You know? So that's how you learn. Somebody gotta teach you.
Right.
You can't just open this up. This says this and say that right. No, man. You're going off, man. You have to be taught this thing.
It's Acts 8, I'm gonna start at 26.
No, you got it. You got it.
Acts 8, 26. And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go towards the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is the desert. And he rose and went and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch, of great authority under Candace, queen of Ethiopia, who had the charge of all her treasures, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship, was returning sitting in the chariot, and he read Isaiah, which is Isaiah, the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And that lets you know that Ethiopian was an Israelite. He was a Gentile, man. Because they say the Spirit of the Lord told him to go, and you about to get into do what? To get into, you have to be taught this. Right. It says, Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, Understand thou what thou readest? You understand what you read? And he said, How can I accept some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. So how can I unless a man teach me? Teach me. I desire you to come teach me. But that wasn't nothing but the Lord guiding the apostle Philip, you know, to go and teach this man. And that wasn't nothing but the Spirit, man. You know? Just like an example we'll bring out when we was out there in Mobile. Out of all days, we went out there, you know, broke bread with the brothers, and then what that man said, he said he heard us over all the music blocks down. The Lord sent us down to hey, he came up, we gave him the Lord with him. You know, we still call y'all by
I got that precept that you just read. This is in the NIV. This is Acts 8:31. It says, How can I? He said, unless someone explains it to me.
Right.
So he invited Philip to come up and sit with him.
And when we bring out, different versions of the scriptures in different books and whatnot, some of these versions go into already broke down of the scripture. And so that was just a real layman's way of saying.
Right.
We're going straight to the point, straight to the, the way around that. Right. They like to say that I read it. When you read that, you should understand that. You have to be talking
to we learned from our apostle elders. You know, we have the understanding now to go into the NIV. And we know we still regardless, we talk about going there and like brother lamer terms for your ass. You know. Anybody can't just go in there and just, they don't have the understanding.
Right.
You know, give you a little more clear.
Right.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Let's see. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So you gotta come back as a baby. You gotta teach. A baby has to learn everything. And what does he learn from what it is? A 0 to 5 or 0 to 3. They learn the most they're gonna ever learn their whole life. So if you come back as a baby, you gotta take in everything. From who? From whoever teaches you. From your fathers, your spiritual fathers. Because the elders and apostles are our spiritual fathers.
God.
And just as well as they learn from their spiritual fathers. And so on and so forth. Now, the flip side of that, that's why this society, goes after your children so early. Head start, get right at it. given at a chance. So when the truth is revealed, guess what? You fight against it.
Fear the Lord. And the child has no fear. They don't understand. They don't have a fear. So they are initially being fed wickedness.
Right.
So they don't have any fear of the Lord. They don't even know the Lord. They're going to be taught all these false evil doctrines. In fact, that's who they're going to be.
That's why the scripture tells us to spread not abroad. Hey, you have to instill that fear. Like the brother said from that, what it says, you from the time they born to like 5 years old, you got to show them that discipline right then and there. Train up a child in the way he should go, and they shall not depart from it. Roughly paraphrasing. With those ages, hey, you gotta be on their ass, man. So as they get older, they don't be out here like the rest of them fatherless ass niggas. And it could be that their father could be in the fucking house, but just don't give a fuck about it. Just let them do whatever, say whatever, talk crazy, smoke blunt, bringing homeboys over, smoking all of those shit there, stealing from them, talking back to them, putting hands on them. You basically, you a bastard there. You know, and the ones that's being raised by these fucking women, man, we see them. They riding by, goddamn, get out the car, pants all the way to they fucking knee, goddamn, smell like weed, going up buying goddamn cigar, break it down in front of the stove, roll it up, smoke it, pull off, slow down, goddamn, to be seen. Dummies, man. Social media, taking selfies and shit, lovers of themselves. They're fucking dummies, man. Fucking nuts, fuck.
This is the book of Sirach 19, starting at verse 18. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh is the doctrine of life. Talks about that in Luke 4. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law. And the knowledge of his omnipotency. 23:6. This is Sirach 23, verse 6. Let not the greediness of the belly nor lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give not over me thy servant into an impudent mind. Hear, O ye children, the discipline of the mouth. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips. And it's better to slip on the pavement than slip on the tongue.
That's right.
See? We don't need to be in these vain babblings and conversations that can lead the word to be blasphemy. See? Righteous conversation.
All right, this is back in the brother when he was talking about like a child, you know, learns as much, you know, the most in them first 3 years. Basically giving an example how we need to be taught this truth. You just can't pick up and then you a super Israelite, you know all the breakdowns. No, the Lord deals in order. And we are entered into other men's work, other men's labor. You know, old breakdowns, and they taught them to the other elders and apostles. They got more knowledge, and you know, knowledge increased, and now we entered into that labor. This is John 4:38. It says, I sent you to reap that whereon you bestowed no labor. Other men labor, and ye are entered into their labors.
They ain't got it. I mean, now they do, but they actually got on the grind. You know, I remember Apostle Elder Kamar saying, you know, he used to make a 45-minute trek through the camp or go to the library. I would just sit there, you know, and go through the books, like options and whatnot. You understand? So the brother said, you know, we entered into other men's life. You understand? And that made it just that more easier for us. Paved the way. Come on.
This is the book of Sirach 25:3. And thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thy age? Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs and for ancient men to know counsel. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding and counsel to men of honor. Much experience is the crown of old men, and what? The fear of the Lord is their glory.
Fear of the Lord is their glory. That's what God says, man. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love too as well.
They were on the grind. They were actually on old school. They were going to the libraries. They were researching. They were on the internet. They searched diligently.
Right.
For information. And the Lord's Spirit gave you understanding. As it talks about in James, the 1st chapter. If you lack of wisdom, you ask the Most High, and He's going to give it to you. And the Lord was dealing with them. They were asking, calling upon the rightful names. And the Lord opened up their brains and supped with them. He knocked on that door, on that head, and supped with them.
Hey, that's how we know what the market of the MOTB is today. You know what I mean? And they broke it down. The Lord has supped with them and gave them the knowledge and wisdom and understanding. So now when we entered into their labors, it's broke down so well that we get it. That, hey,
that right now shows the Lord's mercy and faith. Because like and that's why they deserve the double honor.
That's right.
They had to actually find the mud. As we say, they had to find, when we talk about getting out the mud, they had to find the mud, jump in there, and then get about it. Table, they go to food.
They the plate, yeah, they the plate prepared for you.
And now you learn
just
how to
eat.
cook.
Yeah.
We go to ingredients.
Right, you just prepare the meal now. Go out there and prepare the meal now.
Going into that, looking at the children and labor that come behind the apostle elders, you understand? They got all these things that'll take your spirit and put it in a better verse. You understand? The Lord has set it up to have men according to the order. Who's to say that men that come behind them will have that diligent spirit to do what they need? He set it in order. Right? You understand? He set that in order. So when it came to you, guess what? You had enough of the spirit to use these devices, these search engines, for the right thing. You understand?
Right.
For the right thing. So that was just a perfect order. Everything is done in decent. Labor off of that. You off of that labor. And so forth and so on. You need to look no further than GMS. Captain they call the bubble lights, but they spread through all the whole planet. They ain't got private planes that not to go and set up camps and whatnot.
And when you talked about the apostles, the Spirit call y'all by Shimon Shah. GMS, the apostle GMS, our apostles GMS, they teach us to be thorough, man. Don't just take my word for it. What they say, look, don't take my word. You research it. It's him. You research it.
This is John chapter 10, start at verse 25. Yahushua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. Verse 26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep. As I said unto you. Verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. It's just going into how the Spirit got on our apostles and elders, man. The Spirit was dealing with it. And guess what? Lord will be of that bold, man. That heard it, man. And ran with it.
We actually heard it though, not with just 2 ears. We heard it with our spirit. It resonated, man. Everything.
He said, my sheep hear my voice.
Right. And just gotta get on the plane. You can be in a crowd of people, and there's many people named Joseph, whatever. But if you hear a can't hear that. You hear all these other voices. You hear them,
Right.
but you don't hear them.
Right.
They're just noise.
And they get deeper in.
You only listen to what that voice that fits that puzzle.
The name of the Lord is so very important. That's why he has his name and the Son has his name.
So it's contained in it.
That's it. You know, like I said, you might have 1,000 gems. You have to listen to the familiar area of the point. To turn and look. But guess what? The Lord, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah and his son Yahweh Shah, they have names unto themselves. So that name, those names are very important. You know, so that you don't get it misconstrued and you call on anything.
Yeah, let me get this. Ecclesiastes 6 and 18. My son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom till thy old age. Perfect example. We're talking about our apostles. They was young men coming into this truth, man. Laboring in this work over 30 plus years. They were young men.
Yeah.
Shit, they had black beards, and you know what I'm saying? You know, now they grayed out.
Hey, there's old videos.
Old
where you can
videos,
see
right.
with energy.
Tape.
Yeah.
They're gonna beta tape or VHS tape.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's going with a camcorder.
Yeah. Right, to back you up, when you was talking about they don't tell us just to take their word. They tell us what? To go look it up for yourselves.
Let them show you on something.
This is Acts 17 and 11. It says, these were more noble than those, and that's in the Leica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
Right, they were ready. They ran with it. They ate.
And searched the scriptures daily,
Right.
whether those things were so.
Right. They was going when we tried to Greek and get the Hebrew. Same thing with our apostles and others do what they taught us to do. Blue letter this, etymology this.
Yep.
You know, look this up. Go into the history. You know, all these different things. Man. You gotta learn about the history. You know, we ain't gonna learn everything, but what you do have in front of you should perfect it. Whatever you given the talent or whatever the thoughts that the Lord put on you to add to the ministry or however it come perfected. Try to.
Right.
Okay, you want to look up history? Okay, well, shit, you be the best history to look up, brother. You can.
Right.
You can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, do it.
And a fool, so just real quick, a fool will listen to anything that's said and just go with it and just ride with it. If you don't filter what somebody is saying through the scriptures and do your due diligence, that's what a fool would do. Then you could be taken away by any doctrine at that point. That means you respect men. And if that man that you respect so much and listen to everything he says, if he was to go off, you just will go with it. So you got to do your research. That's why it says these men are more noble.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. It says, of all of these things put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about words to no profit, but to subverting of the hearers. Verse 15 is one. It says, study to shoot thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So it's like the brothers are bringing out, hey, the apostles, elders, great millstones, the apostles, elders, great millstones say, hey, don't take my word for it, but study for yourself, look for yourself, like the brothers just bringing out, hey, you just listening to a man, and that man is your God, like the word. And when that man go off, guess what? You still ain't gonna find no fault with it. If you see this in other Israelite groups.
Right.
I got two precepts. One for what you were saying, and one for what you just said. This for you, for what you just said, and the one after is for you. This Proverbs 14 and 7. It says, go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
And you know when somebody talking some gibberish, you sit up there being a yes man. Because he'll try to big you up. We both kings, you know what I'm saying? We both, trying to play into your vanity, trying to big you up so you don't question what he's saying. No, break that down what you just said.
Right.
Go into it. That you talking is fools.
Where you found that out?
Yeah, we find
Google
that out.
that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't be
Where's
trying
your
to-
resource?
There you go.
This for you. Jumping to verse 15. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Right. The simple, if whatever this brother say, you got like one of y'all brothers was saying that you can see that in certain camps right now. I could say John was a plate of fish, pass me the hot sauce. Guess what? Those people in ISUPK, they gonna say John is a plate of fish.
Right.
The Lord name don't matter. Who's in IUIC up under them saying what? The Lord's name doesn't matter.
Most High Christ blessed.
Right, Most High Christ blessed. And it all goes back to what? Being a fool. You respect monkey see monkey. They're on a certain level in this thing, man. David said he's in a court of, rough paraphrase, court of owls and dragons, which gets to wisdom, man, which goes to extreme wisdom. That's why I said, that's why I separated a fool from the wise.
Right.
Because the wise is going to do what? His due diligence. He's going to go search, look up the words like the brothers were saying. Now, and you don't want to listen to nobody that's not going to tell you. Go look it up for yourself. Don't just take my word. The other ones want to say, I can say, who the fuck is you?
This is the book of Matthew, 12th chapter, verse 36. This is the Lord, my God, speaking. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Ain't no matter. God fight blessed. Bro, they going on.
They're fools.
They will be held accountable in the day of judgment. Because the name does matter.
Show me that in the scripture. The scripture tell you call upon the name. Call upon the name. Trust in shall be saved. Matter of fact, real quick before we close out, Acts 4:12.
What about the video? What about that? Did he forget?
It's Acts.
This is Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
But hold on.
What?
They say the name don't matter.
It just said that's the only way you can get saved.
So you gotta know the name, the true name. You gotta give a the diligent search to try and receive and get the name. But shit, we got no apostles calling our business on down to our apostles. No, man, hey, the name is there. It's been broken down in the Paleo Hebrew. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah, our big brother, our great king, the only begotten son, the son of Yahweh, man. You know, I mean, shit is there.
Proverbs 30:4 says, what is his name? What is his son's name? If thou can tell. Hey, it was letting you know. He's asking you a question.
Right.
You supposed to know
You
this.
expect the answer.
Right. Yo, what you going to throw the little question off? Not answer? Hey.
That's like you go to a certain hole in the wall and you gotta have a password. Like you slide in
Right.
password. So you don't got that password, your ass
You
ain't
getting there.
They gonna slide that motherfucker right there.
You ain't got that name, your ass ain't getting in them ships.
Hey, that's right.
You playing. Alright, you can call on some most high Christ bless shit if you want to.
People gonna get saved.
Right, they don't
Right.
Most High, the highest. That's the time. Okay, that is fine. He is the Most High.
Right.
What's his name?
Right.
See?
I don't just walk up the aisle. What?
It's like you got 5 former presidents. Mr. President, they all don't want to.
Right.
like on the job.
That's right. That's a
Like
good
when
point.
call you foreman. That's your title.
Right.
What's your name? Is fucking, know your name. You know? You just call you fucking, what up, foreman?
Right, yeah.
Hey, what up? What up, Chipper? What up, Trimmer? What up, GL?
Basically, what's being said is that terminology that these other camps put out about the name doesn't matter and whatnot, that could be easily dispersed, easily handled, the challenge, easily put to rest. So, you know, having said that, we Abu Ratazah, this is an edifying camp. We're gonna turn to the east, give people the honor and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rachachodash.
Double honors to the apostle elders who played millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Respect the birds scattered throughout the whirlwind. Shalom to any of you out there that are out there in the highways and ditches like you all, shalom.
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 Wam Yasharala. Shalom.
Ball.
Babal.
DTA.
Yeah, he did.